Hey, what's up? I am in Vegas here again. I'm here for my 20th year high school reunion. This thing that I've been seeing a lot of people that they don't understand, which is just how powerful your brain is. Okay, and this idea that if you keep on trying, if you keep on doing things, you're going to improve, you're going to get better, and you can't even stop yourself or help yourself. I'm trying to think how to relate this to you guys because there's a lot of areas where this is true. In fact, this is true in all of your life. And it's really hard, I think, sometimes to push through. I know when I was doing the programming content on this channel, this software development content, I would often coach software developers and I tell them, look, because I had the same experience, right? When I was learning to be a software developer, I was trying to read this C++ book and I was not getting it. I was like, fuck, I read this book like 3 times. I'm doing the exercises. I don't get it. I can follow what they're saying, but I can't create an object myself. I can't solve this problem. Like, I can do the problems that they give me, but I couldn't figure out how to solve this or how to actually write some code myself. What happened was all of a sudden, it just clicked. It just clicked into place. And it became second nature. Once it happens, it becomes automatic. There's a really good book called Thinking Fast and Thinking Slow. Okay, it talks about your 2 levels of your brain, essentially, right? The slow brain and the fast brain, essentially. The concept is that basically what ends up happening, and this happened too when I was playing poker a lot, right? Is that your brain, and chess players have this too as well, right? Your brain starts to identify situations and patterns and to go almost on autopilot, on autopilot, where it becomes like a state machine. What I want you to understand is that this applies to whatever you're doing in life, okay? I'm trying to think of, a lot of scenarios, a lot of guys that I'm coaching, especially on social anxiety, right? This is one of those big ones. I'm like, look, just fucking go out there and just start talking to people. I'm like, oh, it's so uncomfortable. It sucks. I can't even do it. It's so scary. I get it. It was fucking scary to me. It's still scary to me to some degree sometimes, but you just fucking do it, right? And the thing is, you have to realize that eventually you're going to socially calibrate. Your brain is going to become able to get you into a state where you're going to be able to not feel embarrassed and not feel shy and not worry what people think. When I was first recording videos, walking down the street and shit, man, it was very uncomfortable. Okay, when I first started recording YouTube videos in general, right? My thoughts didn't flow. I couldn't, and even still today, sometimes I have throwbacks where I'm not in that zone. I'm not in that state. My brain is not automatically coming up with the words to say, right? I'm not feeling it. I'm not bringing my authentic self to the camera. As you do it over and over, it eventually becomes part of who you are. I guess what I'm saying here is basically this, right? Whatever that you're doing, like a lot of you're giving up too fucking soon. Like you're like, I'm not getting it. I'm not getting it, John. I'm not getting it. And the thing is, you just have to trust it, right? This is basically the same thing as what I say all the time. What do I say? I say trust the process. And this is trusting the process. The process, okay, is really important. Like, now, again, you could have a bad process and you're not going to get good results, right? If you just do the minimal effort required, you're not going to get the results that you need. But if you're constantly pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone, okay, your comfort zone is going to expand. Your brain is a goal-seeking mechanism, okay? I've talked about this a lot, but you should read the book Psycho-Cybernetics, okay, by Dr. Maxwell Maltz. It's a really good book because he talks about this idea that your brain is essentially, you give it a goal and it is going to go and it's going to try and find that goal. It's trying to accomplish that goal. So all you have to do is provide it the goal and then repeat the process over and over again. It's going to be painful, okay? It's going to cause you and require you to get out of your comfort zone, to be embarrassed, to experience painful emotions. That's all part of the process, but that's what growth is. All you have to do, I'm not asking you to become a good programmer. I'm not asking you to overcome your social anxiety or to overcome your fears. All I'm asking you to do is just keep on going out there and keep on repeating the process and keep on trying and keep on moving your comfort zone. That's your only responsibility. If you do that, if you consistently apply it, it's going to click. You're going to become like the chess master who's able to see the board and it doesn't see the individual moves, who sees a state. It's a state machine. You're going to become like the professional poker player who knows position, who knows all this stuff, all of this information that they're not consciously processing, but is being processed in the background. You're going to become like the mentalist, okay, who can assess and cold read people and basically almost read their minds because they're so in tune, right? And if you've ever seen, someone who's an expert at this, Tony Robbins, right? If you've ever seen, whether you like him or not, you have to understand he's got this ability that he can go and he can read you. He can read you like fucking no one else, okay? Because he's got this ability, because he's done this so many times. So your only responsibility is just to go and do. You don't worry about the result. Don't worry about the result. You pick a good process, you continue the process, and I'll tell you, any process that is uncomfortable, that is expanding your comfort, your boundaries, is making you feel uncomfortable, that's a process where growth is happening. And if you keep on doing that, you will eventually achieve the result. You will become it. You can't help but do it. Your brain is too perfect in that way that it will not, you will not fail at this. The thing is that if you don't understand this, you're going to think that you're not cut from the same cloth. You're going to think, oh, these guys are just, whatever. Not true. It's not true. You are cut from the same cloth. You have the same fucking hardware as everyone else that you look up to that's successful at doing whatever you're trying to do. They've just done it more. They've just put themselves out there more. They've just kept on going. And if you keep on going, you'll reach that, right? You can become a great guitar player, okay? You can become a social butterfly. You can become a software developer. You can become whatever you want to be, but you're gonna have to repeat it over and over and over again, and just trust the process. Trust. That's why that was for so long, and still is one of my main slogans, is trusting the process, is because that's the thing that's going to make you successful in life. It's not just going to magically happen. It's going to happen from you taking that process and repeating it over and over again, even though it's called grinding. You got to grind it out. All right, that's all I got for you today. I will talk to you next time. Take care.